Alright, so it has been announced that Auguste is going to be on the next debut banner. A very good breaker unit. I've already kind of gone over his kit in a previous video. I'll go ahead and link it in my description if anyone wants to actually see everything and how he works as a unit. So I thought I'd make a quick short video on what the pull priority for him would be and whether or not he's a skip or pull. You'll hear from a lot of people that he is a must pull, but I have kind of a different perspective on that. Now, you might hear a little bit in the background. My dog is currently playing with the toy right now. Hopefully it's not too loud. It doesn't look to be. But when we look at the past banner order on who's come out, we've got Sophia and Coco, who are the other two big ones that have now been released. So you've already kind of made your decisions on them, so I'm kind of excluding them when it comes to my should you pull or not for Auguste. The big two that come after him that I think are higher value in that sense would be Homa and Tear. So you kind of want to look at where you are on your pulls. I know a lot of people, especially if they were unlucky, have thrown they're probably really low on pulls at this point after going for Sophia. And so if you don't have the 180 pulls to pretty much give yourself a little bit of a shot to go for Auguste, I'd actually say he is someone to skip, just because I think it's much better to go for someone like Homa and Tear, just because they are supports that can support pretty much anybody in your team. Well, Auguste, he's very, very good. I'm not saying he's bad. He's a very good breaker, but he's not a make or break member of a team in the sense that he's going to have that long-lasting value where you're not going to really get an easy replacement down the line. And I say easy replacement is because there's somebody, it's the next person I'm going to go over their kit. I'm actually going to skip Pamela and go over Tristan's kit next, and I'm going to release that video over the weekend. And I'm going to do that simply because Tristan is kind of a good replacement for Auguste. They're not exactly the same, but she is very similar. And a lot of what I've seen and read on her is that she can out DPS Auguste, especially if you get her signature weapon. And that's something that Auguste doesn't have. He doesn't have a signature weapon. And so by skipping Auguste now, you can always save up. You can go for Homa, get Homa, then go for Tear, get Tear. And then depending on where you are at pulls at that point and where you're at your teams at that point, you can kind of make your decision on whether you're going to save up for Tristan or not, if you need that big breaker. And then you always have the chance that once Auguste comes out and you pull for Homa and Tear, while it's not super likely, you can always get him on a lost 50-50. So it's not like he's gone forever. But Tristan will come up, and if you skip him, I think you can use Tristan. She's a very good replacement for him in that aspect. You can go for her signature weapon at that point as well. So it's not like you're completely missing getting a top tier break unit. Now this is a lot farther down the line, so you're kind of having to wait for a bit to get that unit. But that just comes with the nature of trying to be a meta player in that aspect. You're not going to be able to get everything if you're not willing to spend on the game, or you get extremely lucky. But that's just some of my thoughts on this. He is absolutely, to me, of all the best units that we're getting within the next month or so, he is the easiest to skip. I think it'll be much harder from a meta perspective to skip Homa and Tear, just because they can fit pretty much into any team and they provide a significant amount of value. And then Auguste, he's really, really good, but he is basically a DPS that can do a lot of damage, which you can get out of pretty much all the future units in this. If you have limited pulls and you're complete free to play, and you've already got Sophia and Coco, at this point I'd say he's easy enough skip. You can take with that you will. If you really like him as a unit, I'm not going to say don't go for him. He's definitely really good, and you will get to enjoy him because he is a really fun unit. You're putting yourself at risk for Homa and Tear at that point. So, but yeah, that is just some of my thoughts. I wanted to make a quick video on it. And like I said, I'll make one on Tristan that I will release on the weekend, just so someone can probably compare the two units. And that might help with your decision to skip or not, knowing that you can get someone very similar down the line. But if you like this video, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it helps quite a bit. And thanks for watching.